Hey guys, good morning. It's Erin. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of a comparison for you on some foundations. The first foundation that we're going to do, because we're going to do one side's one foundation and the other side of my face is the other foundation. And I did already prime my face with the e.l.f. Poreless Face Primer. It's very good and I think you guys will like that one. It's got a very different kind of feel than I'm used to, but I love it a lot and it seems to really work for me. So if it works for you, awesome. So the two foundations that we're going to be going into are the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in Rose Ivory, and the other foundation is the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation in the shade Natural or Porcelain, whichever way that you personally want to refer to it. So I already have a damp beauty sponge, and you know, this one I'm also going to compare consistencies with you. So this is the Wet n Wild, by the way, and if you can see that, like, it's very, very thin, very liquidy, and you know, we just want to compare consistencies, whereas this one is very thick. You don't see anything dripping or doing anything like that, and I usually find that the thicker my foundation is, the better coverage I get, but we're going to do this as an unbiased review. So for the first minute I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the Wet n Wild foundation, and I already have a mirror here and everything, like we are set to go. If you guys have a problem with me directly applying it to my face with this little spatula doohickey, this is because, like, I do it because I'm the only one that's going to be using it, so I don't really worry about it. And I find that I have to, like, go over this a couple of times. Like, I really have to do a lot because it's almost like half of it gets absorbed by the sponge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the flatter end here and just sort of buff this in. So I just want to sort of show you guys that, because I'm going to show you based on the other side, like the texturing that I have to deal with. You know, that's not always very cute. So you see I'm just doing it really, really fast, getting that half of the nose. And you see how it didn't really do a whole lot as far as covering my redness and texture and whatnot. Whereas with this one, this is what the skin looks like without that going on, without any foundation at all. And it's just, it's red, it's textured, it's patchy, it's not very pretty. But this didn't do as much for coverage as I would have liked. Now I've used the e.l.f. one before that I'm going to be using, and you know, it was a long time ago that I used it, so I don't know if the coverage has gotten better or gotten worse or anything like that. So you do want to go halvesies on the nose. So I mean, it's very sheer, it's not really doing a whole lot, so usually I have to go back in with a little bit just to, like, really get it evened out, which I personally don't like that I have to do that to cover my texture and all that. You know, unfortunately that's just what you have to do sometimes. Like, I'm going as half as I can on this. You do want to get that hairline so you don't have a whole lot going horribly wrong. Like, you can still see a freckle. You can still see a little bit of everything in there. I mean, I'm not expecting perfect coverage, but I'm really not expecting to not be covered. And look at that sponge. See that? How much product it has to do, like, suck up in order to take care of my coverage. That's not one that I really like. So this way we're gonna go into the e.l.f. one right here, and it is a pump, so you don't have that issue. I am gonna be using the same tool, and you know, but I can assure you that, whew. Alright, so believe it or not, we're gonna use that amount from the e.l.f. one, and it is thick. Like, it's not playing around. So I'm gonna go ahead and hold on to my mirror, dip into this. I mean, look, it is thick. So, you know, you're definitely gonna get some coverage. So let's go ahead and go. Oh my gosh. Like, get into the nose, get into that eye. That poor eye is like red. So I did already show you like what the half looked like. Okay, let's get a little bit more for the forehead. Okay. I'm gonna get a little bit more for the forehead. And then I'm gonna just go ahead and blend that in. Okay. So it's definitely, I mean, seriously, like, look at that. Like, full coverage, there's nothing peeking through. I mean, I have to tell you, like, I'm gonna zoom you right in so that you can really, really see this, okay? So, there's really nothing going on. I haven't had to put more on the sponge. I haven't had to go in with a second coat like I had to with the Wet n Wild foundation. I mean, look at that. It's gorgeous. And honestly, you don't even need concealer because it just really goes under there, it gets in, it doesn't crease. It just looks amazing to me. And I'm like, I think we know which one won on this one. I really think that we do. You know, and again, I can spread the product around and it's really like, it's okay. And this is how much I have left on my hand. There isn't a whole lot, so that was a 3-pump situation. But guys, complete, amazing coverage. There's a reason it's called Flawless Finish Foundation. Whereas still on this side, you can still see some redness going on. I don't know, you know, you guys can use whatever you want, obviously. But this is incredible to me, and I love it. I'm just putting the rest on the side just because, you know, I don't want to waste it, but, you know, it's just, it's so good. So, yeah. Photo focus, you failed. But, like, in my personal opinion, again, makeup's different for everybody. So definitely do what works best for you and your skin tone. But, I mean, it's really, really good. If you do purchase these at, you know, your local drugstore, then, you know, this one at Target, the e.l.f. one right here, was about $6, I want to say. Whereas, you know, on the website, the Photo Focus Foundation was $5.99, but since I had to get it shipped to me because my stores don't carry it. It was a little extra, but due to shipping. So, I mean, that's really the only real price difference, but honestly, I mean, the evidence is clear which one worked. And it also, like, the sponge absorbed far less product than it did with the Wet n Wild foundation, but I mean, I think that this is just a great product and I love it a lot. And to me, the scent is like watercolor crayon, when Crayola used to make those. So it brings me back to my childhood a little bit too. So no, I don't think I'm being biased or unfair towards the foundations. I was very open to seeing what each foundation would do. I mean, this is great and stuff like that. It is. It's just you have to keep building over and over and over and over and over. And you do get 1 fluid ounce with the Wet n Wild, whereas you get 0.68 fluid ounces in the e.l.f. foundation. But if you think about it, you're using less of this each application than you are of this. So even though this technically has more, it almost doesn't, because you're having to use so much of it at one time. So, I mean, you guys make your, you can make your preferences, what you think would work best for you. This definitely comes in various colors. If you're trying to go on the website and get ivory, good luck to you. It has almost never been brought back. Don't know why. But I'm kind of happy that I'm the shade natural, or as it used to be called, porcelain. But yeah, I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you kind of got to see a little bit of what's going on in the foundation game. And I will see you guys next time you come on by. If you did like what you saw, please hit the subscribe button and also hit the bell that's next to it, because that's going to notify you every time I post a new video. Alright guys, again, I love you so much. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye guys.